I have a very interesting role-play style toy from 1992 from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy line from Playmates. I want to go over a few interesting points with this. I usually don't cover this kind of toy, usually just the action figures, but I thought a lot of details on this bared a close look at. So this is the Turtle Bubble Sword, which is a fairly common toy from the time, where you would have something to dip the sword in, and of course it had these holes that you kind of blow into or just swing and it would make bubbles if you put in that bubble kind of solution. A pretty simple feature here to go through, but I just thought it was cool looking at the box that they really tried to sell this as like a super amazing toy with the kid wielding it on the front there, and it even came with 4 fluid ounces of bubble solution. But we'll get back to that picture on the cover in a little bit here. I suppose I'll have to read the incredibly lengthy paragraph about the sword. Blow the foot fiends down the drain with the official Turtle Bubble Sword. Sliced and swish this wet weapon alongside Leo and the gang to unleash the puddly power of soapy sewer spheres. That's right, we're really doing this. Hold on tight to the heroic hydro handle and scrub your way through filthy foot stench. The royal turtle crest lets the foot fools know you're the bubble brain behind all the turtle brawn, and turn the foot fools green with envy when they see all those royal turtle jewels sparkling on your very own bubble sword. So raise your sword to the challenge and watch the bubbles fly in the face of the foot. It's a clean sword to do a dirty job. They invented dirty jobs back then. Anyway, they're really selling that you're swinging around blowing bubbles with a sword, but it's just funny how they will point to parts of it like logo laden hilt. Like, yes, they put the logo of Ninja Turtles on that. Who would have thought? But I think those kind of details, like that logo, that's actually molded there. It's not just a sticker. In the picture, that is, because on the real sword, indeed, it is a sticker. So I was going to say it's a little above and beyond a sticker swap kind of thing, but the hilt and the sort of handle at the end is molded with all sorts of turtle stuff. But here we can see it's just plain yellow plastic. And on the box they showed it was going to be like fully colored. We could see like the full colors of all these Ninja Turtles and stuff on here. Didn't quite get to that level with the budget, I guess. The weird thing is this guy on the top, which sure seems like Splinter, but they painted him really weird on the box with like a pink bit on his head. I guess maybe that was supposed to be Splinter still. A little odd looking. Looks like it's supposed to be Donatello and maybe Raphael with the sigh you just kind of can barely see here. But then on the other side we even have Leo and Michelangelo with their different weapons. Seems like. The bow kind of in between here, so you kind of have to like... But it is like the back of the rat dude, so gotta be Splinter, but it looks very strange. You can also remove this headpiece here, unscrew it. So that's another one that could get lost pretty easily. But here the handle is actually hollow, and it says you could store bubble liquid in there if you need a little refill, because you're filling up the scabbard with the stuff. If it's just not high enough anymore to dip down in there and get more bubbles going. You need more bubbles. And it was supposed to be kind of painted a little more accurately there, but here we just have a sticker, which I feel like the stickers, of course, cheaping out, but an odd choice for a toy. That since it's a bubble weapon, you could not swing this around indoors, or you would get sticky bubble soap all over. You had to play with this like outside. So that's why I kind of thought this was a cool find, because it's in pretty good shape. It didn't just get left outside to rot in the sun and everything. The stickers didn't get peeled off from getting like wet or messing with the soap stuff, so that's why I kind of wanted to go over it here. Just amusing, like some of the details, like this little red dot here, the handle fully painted, of course, didn't make it as a detail on there, and even like they wanted black rings with the bubble rings, didn't get that far either. But some pretty cool molded parts, especially on the scabbard part. Look how fully like realized they got with that one. All the turtles shown on it. Just this piece looks really awesome because there's so many colors on it. Even this on the package, you know, had a few extra colors like silver bits for Michelangelo's nunchucks, but they went almost all out. I think maybe they were dreaming of molded lettering for the "In the Ooze We Trust." But that ended up being a sticker along with the names underneath each one. But I was just amazed at the colors on this, that they went all in on just like a bubble sword. That was usually just kind of a junk toy. You would get like no branding. I remember having one that was just a plain version. But we have a little belt clip, so you could put it on your little nerd pants as a kid. Moves a little bit there, so you can kind of angle it how you want, so you can kind of march around sloshing your bubble solution, probably spilling it all over yourself. But there's the 1992. Not much detail on the back, but this side is like crazy. So of course I'll have to show it filling this with some bubble solution. You gotta dip it in there so that you can pull it out, probably dripping all over the place like a complete mess, but you can blow some bubbles if you have some good old bubble solution. Again, a huge mess. The super soapy sudsy slicer. I'm sure they had kind of more accurate weapons like to the turtles that were branded that you could get, but this is kind of a cool, like, almost like a shredder element there with those like barbs here. But this is like a combination kind of thing. It was just like you pretending to help out the turtles with your soapy sword. I thought it was cool that on the box it was like prototype imagery that, you know, it was going to be like really impressive, and then only missing a few details here, like obviously way overpainted on the handle they were dreaming of, and it would have been really cool with the molding for the Ninja Turtle name. But they did not hold back on the scabbard part, which is really impressive, and a really important part of it, because that's how you would use the feature, is fill that with the bubble solution. So usually I don't go over like play toys like this, but I thought this one was worthy for a few elements of it. Not a sticker swap kind of thing, you know? I mean, a lot of specifically molded parts for the Ninja Turtle theme. And all the coloring really impressed me. They could have just had this be molded, but just leave it kind of green. But they went crazy with even like the specific colors of the turtles, like the action figures would have the different shades of green. So usually I'm showing 80s and more 90s action figures here. So this was just a cool glimpse at a turtle toy here. If you want to see more turtle stuff and other 90s toys that you might have had or remember or want to learn about, this is where you want to stick around right here. Probably click the actual channel and cruise around directly, because YouTube's not great at recommending anything else. Even if you've watched this whole video, even if you've subscribed, there's no guarantee it's going to play a video of mine next. So I try to organize everything into playlists, so find those playlists of toys that you want to see. Take control of your viewing, or I'll slice you with this and it will really sting in your eyes, because that soap, youch!